Hey guys, again welcome to this advanced compositing class. I am going to take you through another important and interesting, you know, technique today. Before that, I wanted to give a small instruction to all the class members. See, the purpose of giving tutorial is to make you work and take the output. So everyone must practice the tutorial and keep the output ready. I'll give a random check during the class. I'll call your names. You have to be ready with your output. So everyone must have the output ready. So please be sincere. Okay, it's not just watching the video and then going to your dorm and taking rest or going somewhere. You have to be, sincere in practicing. I hope, many of you are doing it, but keep your output ready when I give the random check during the class. So coming back to the project, I'll go to the settings. I'll make the settings to HD1080. I'll show you the footage that I'm going to use for today's class. This is the footage. You can see the footage. It's shaky. Camera is shaking. It's a very old house here, and these kids are going towards it, and I have trimmed it till here. Okay, so I'll play the footage again. Analyzing the footage is very important. Okay, before you perform any task in Nuke, you need to understand the footage and then proceed. Okay, so this is the footage. So what I am going to do is I'm just going to read the footage using a read node. I'll open it and I'll first reformat this because it's in some other size. You see, this is the footage. Okay, and I have reformatted it to HD1080. If I don't reformat, when I disable this, you won't have that HD1080. So I'll attach this to the viewer and I'll maybe reduce this to 1:4 to make it a little faster. So this is the footage. I'll go to the first frame. Okay, so the footage is ready. Sometimes if your system is slow, you have to clear all your temp files. Go to run, select your temp files, and then you can delete. If you have a few, it's okay, but if you have a lot, it will give you a problem. So go percentage temp percentage and then select everything, delete. When all these files were deleted, if it doesn't delete, it may be in use. Okay, it's deleted. Okay, so I have reformatted this. Okay, and if you want, you can reformat this, or in case if you don't want, you can just leave it like that. It will be in 1024 by 540. So when I reformat, you can see this is the extra area, these dots. Okay, it's filled with some blur kind of stuff. Okay, so I'll better delete the reformat. Now for this one, because the camera is shaking, I'm going to add a tracker node. Okay, so it's a normal tracker. I've added the tracker here, you can see. So this has a tracker. Okay, so this tracker, I'll add a tracker, and probably I'll just place the tracker in one of the places. I'll just place it here. Okay, then maybe I'll add one more track node and just place the other one in some other place, somewhere where there are two pixels joining. Okay, so keep this, and there are two trackers now, and I'll go here. This is transform, this is rotation, this is scaling. Switch it on. Transform, rotation, and scaling. Sorry. Yes. Okay. Make sure that you are in the first frame, select both and track it. The tracking is happening. I already told you the tracking speed depends upon your computer's RAM, your internal storage memory, the amount of free space that's available in your computer or your laptop. Okay, so once the tracking is done, we have to do something here. We are going to export the tracking data for our purpose. We are going to use it a little later. I don't want this tracker, but I want the tracking data. Okay, so now the tracking is almost going to finish. You can see it's not responding. When it's not responding, just wait. Okay, yeah, now the tracking is done. Go back to the first frame. Okay, just it's in 1:4. I can make it 1:8 also to play faster. You can see the tracking is happening. When the camera is moving, the track point is also moving. So my tracking is done. So with these two selected in yellow color, okay, you come here to export. You have lot of export options here. You have corner pin, you have transform stabilize, but I want transform match move baked. Okay, just click this and create. When I click on create, you have to see here, you need to get a node here. Okay, so create. Yes, I got the transform match move node. Okay, now after getting the transform match move node, this node is what I'm going to use for later. Okay, so I don't want the tracker node that we already pasted. So I'll go to the tracker node and delete the tracker node. Now the tracker node is deleted. Now I'm going to read another file which is wallfire.mov. Okay, this is the one. With the wallfire.mov, I'm going to execute something. Okay, the ultimate aim here is I'm going to do a compositing where this wallfire that I have downloaded now is going to merge on this with the camera movements. Okay, I'm going to track it. So first of all, this wallfire has to be reformatted. I'll reformat this. After reformatting, this wallfire has to be transformed. I'll press transform node also. Okay, so this wallfire and this one has to be merged together. Okay, so I'll include a merge node where wallfire is on my foreground and my background is this. Okay, this is my background and I'll just remove this and connect this here. Okay, you can see the fire is here. Okay, so I got the fire in place. I'm working in 1:8. You can see here it's because I want the system to be faster. So this transform node is already here, but now this wallfire will not be tracked. You can see it will stay in the same place. It will not attach with the camera movements. So it's staying in the same place. I want it to attach to the camera movements. So what I'll do is I'll copy this, Control C, and I'll just paste it, match move. Okay, so my match move data that I captured here already is going to be applied for this, the wall fire that I already have. Now I'll go to the transform node and I'll take this fire to a desired position. I'm in the first frame. I'm taking it. I'll probably make it 1:4. You'll get a bit of clarity. So I'm placing it somewhere here. Okay, and I'll adjust the rotation to fit this fire on the sides of the wall. Okay, exactly on the sides of the wall like this. Okay, so if I want, I can go to the skew x and skew y. You can see here, this is skew value. Okay, I can just scale this to whatever size I want. I'm not going to, I didn't do anything to the skew. If you want skew values, you can adjust the skews. Okay, now I have adjusted the skew to 0.02. Okay, now I have placed a fire here. Okay, I'll just reduce the size and play because it will take a lot of time. Okay, see, it moves along with the camera. It's attached with the match move data that we already have taken. Okay, perfect. Now this entire scene, I'll make it 1:4. Okay, this entire scene is very bright. That's why this fire is not much visible. So I'll add a node called grade, Grade. It's color grading. Okay, so for the color grading, what I'll do, I'll click on the color grade. I'll go and reduce the gamma value to make it darker. See, the entire place has become darker. Okay, I'll disable this. See, original, this is color graded. Okay, then I'll also go and do something with the gain to make it much more darker. Okay, only this part is highlighted. Okay, any other adjustments that you want to make, you can make here. You can lift, okay, and you can also play with the offset values. Okay, just to bring up the color. Okay, now you see the fire is pretty much visible, and the background and everything has become darker. Okay, so now this is one set of fire that I've created. I'll just copy this, Control C and Control V. Okay, keep this aside and add one more here. So the same fire, okay, I'll just reformat, align it like this with this, and also transform. Yes, transformation is also done. Then go to the transform and also copy this match move, paste it. Now take this and merge here. Now I got the fire here. Now for this fire, I can just play around with the values, the transform values, rotation, and also make some scaling, positioning. All right. Okay. And any kind of skewing, yeah, it's not required. It's aligned. Okay. Now you can see this. So this is also tracked because already the match move data is here. Definitely this is also tracked. It really takes time. You have to save your composition because don't lose your files. Give a name for your scene and save your nuke file. Okay, that's very important. If anything goes wrong, you can open your nuke file and then you can track it. See, the nodes are getting bigger and bigger. Many nodes are coming inside. Okay, now this is there, and I'll probably make it 1:8 and just play this. See, these kids are walking in. The fire is perfect. All right, so I'll go back. For the same this thing, I have another green screen to be added. This is the green screen where I have an animal. Okay, I'll show you the green screen footage that I have downloaded. The animal in different posture, you can see. Okay, whichever you want you can take. Okay, what I'll do is I'll just right click. I'll perform a quick editing here. Right click, open with photos, because it has a lot of action, a lot of different actions. I don't want everything. Whichever action you want you can choose, and you can trim. You can go trim. Now specify the endpoint that you want. I don't want it to move, I just want it to stay somewhere and make. Okay, let's see the endpoint. Define the endpoint. So here, now let's play. See, this is the endpoint. Okay, so till the out point you are going to trim this. Yeah, this is the out point. Now save as. This in and out will be saved. Okay, save as animal. Okay, it's saving. You can see the progress here. So once this is saved, you can go to Nuke. Yes, I'll delete this. Go to Nuke, read the animal.mp4. Okay, after reading this, you need to again reformat this. This is in another format, the size. And for making any controls, you need a transform node here. And because it's in green screen, I want a chroma key to be here. What I'll do is I'll just attach this to the merge. This one I'll keep here. It's easy for me. Attach this to the merge. I got this here. Okay. So after attaching this, I'll just perform a chroma key. Okay. So chroma key. Select the chroma key. For the chroma key, you need to specify the value. Okay, so select this eyedropper, screen color, come here, control click, press control and click. Okay, when you press control and click, you get that. And for this one, you have to copy this match move data, control C, control V. Okay, so match move data is also copied. Okay, when this match move data is copied, you come here, see this chroma key here in the transform black outside. Remove this black outside. This black will go. You can see this black. Okay, black outside. Now go to this transform. Make this animal stand here. If you want, you can make this look huge by scaling it. Okay, it has shadows. You can see it has very good shadows. Okay, and you also have to be you also have to apply a grading here. You see, this is the color grading. Go to the grading, adjust the gamma and also the gain, and a little bit to match with the background. Okay, now you see the shadows. Okay, you see now we got a perfect scene here with an animal with shadows with all the fires. You can add as many fires as you want. Okay, the fire, you know how to add. You can keep adding the fires by pressing Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Keep this here, take the new one. Okay, and reformat, then transform, copy the tracking data, then attach it to the merge. You get the fire. You can go to the transform node, rotate, scale this using the transform, place it here, adjust the rotation value, bring it down, and in case you want to adjust any other values, you can adjust. Okay, this is in 1:4. Okay, perfect. See, the entire scene looks perfect now. Just make it 1:8. Don't forget to save your composition. I'll just move this somewhere to 156. See, these guys are walking in. This is also moving. This animal is also moving. You have fire all around. Okay, so if you would like to take output of this, you need to have a write node. Before the write node, you need to reformat. After reformatting, you need to include a write node, and this write node you specify your file name, final scene dot mov is what I'm giving, and I'll also give a proxy name here, %d. Leave all the settings. Audio file, for the entire scene you can audio file. Okay, I have an audio file here in the form of wave. This is the file. Okay, see, listen please. This is the file. So I'll add this wave file to the audio, then go to render. You render maybe till 200, 250. Okay, I'll just render a few and show you. Maybe for about 3 seconds I'll render, but you render, you know to about 200 to 50 frames to get the full output, to make these guys walk inside. Okay, so when the rendering is happening, you have to be calm. Don't click here and there, don't open any other tabs because it will distract. You can see all the nodes are processed in the order, whatever order that I gave. So the preview that you are seeing here is 1:8. That's why the clarity is not there. But your output will come in the full resolution. You don't have to worry about it. Your output will be perfect. There won't be any issues in your output. Stay calm till it's rendered. Don't disturb the rendering process. If you disturb, your nuke will get stuck. You won't get proper results. You can do a lot more here. You can even download some smoke effects, add smoke here and there, fill the whole scene with smoke, and you can create some realistic effects. I'll also show you a composited output after this is done. Let's first check this output, then I'll show you another example. It's about to finish. Yeah, it's done. So the file name that I gave is finalscene.mov. Final scene. Yeah, I got the output. Let's check how the output looks like. Okay, so this you can check the final output and correct whatever you want. Don't forget about these lines. You can crop it or you can change the settings in the video. Look, the camera is tracked. When the camera is shaking, everything else is shaking. It's in the right place. Okay, I'll show you a sample breakdown. All of you just watch this. Final output. This was done in Blender. You can do this in Maya or you can download any 3D printers. This is how the movie pipeline works. See, smoke is also added. All right, guys. I think hope you all enjoyed watching this. The more you practice, the more better output that you get. Okay, so practice and keep your outputs ready.